Hey everybody, how's it going? Sun and Shine All here, SOS. You might recognize this area. I just had that video the other day talking about should I stay or should I go. And as you're probably hearing on the news, you're hearing about the major blackout in Southern California that extends from my area down to Mexico and then out to Arizona. Something like 5 million people affected. So I just wanted to show you here. Obviously my city here, this is all Southern California Edison, so we have power. The shopping center off in the distance here also has its power from Southern California Edison. All the homes between and on the other side do not. They have San Diego Gas and Electric. They're out of power. So you'll see flashing lights off in the distance for traffic control of the major intersections. A lot of cars coming over the hill there in the distance. Sorry, I lost focus by putting my finger up there. Coming over the hill on the toll road, a lot more than normal this time of night, because they're all in search of food, because they can't make themselves dinner. As I pan around here, you know, my city down here, we have power. The city next to us, that big black spot, should be lights. There's no lights. Then you see some street lights. That's the condo or apartments down here. That's part of my city. All the dark behind there is the city next door. No lights, none at all. And off in the distance is out where SoCal preppers live, and there's lights out there. So we're on Edison. These places in between, which are the old areas that were here before, like where the home SoCal lives in, where I live. They've all been built in the last 15 years. We're on Southern California Edison. Everything else, San Diego Gas and Electric in this area. So there should be lots of lights out there. And there's just big, dark, empty spots where there should be lots of lights. There's that ridge line way off in the distance back there that has lights. That's a bunch of new homes built in the last few years. So they have power because they're on Edison. Basically, San Diego Gas and Electric couldn't supply power anymore into the new facilities up here. They just didn't have the capacity, so Edison hit all the new locations, but all the older home areas in between, no power. So you have some street lights off in the distance that have street lights that are still running, but because they're on Edison, but the homes are not. So anyway, it kind of goes along with the video I did about staying and going and the problem that's caused. Right now it's a problem in Southern California that comes right up literally to my doorstep. You know, the city's right around me. Lots of problems. So what you have are thousands of people flee in the area because they know there's power here north, so they're all coming up here to eat. Now, I was on Little Bug Prepper's blog TV a little while back, a couple hours ago, and told everybody, oh, gotta go. It's gotta go on a date with my wife, because usually we go on what we call a date night on Thursday nights. And we went down. We were gonna drive over to this place in the next city over. And we saw the extent of the blackout. We didn't realize it went north of us, because that's northeast of us. And we realized if all of Laguna Hills is dark, that means all those people are going to flood into Lake Forest, which is where we were going to be going. So we decided just to come back close to home and hit something local. And we came down into the center, the shopping center down here, the big town center. Every restaurant, even the fast food, if you will, what do they call it, casual dining or whatever, fast casual, like Daphne's and Fatburger and Wahoo's and places like that, Panini, they all had lines out the door, which is just not even common on a Friday night, let alone a Thursday night. And the parking lots were just packed. It was hard to find a parking spot. And it's just attributed to the fact that there's no power tonight and people are trying to find food, because I would venture to guess that probably thousands of people down here do not prep in any way whatsoever. And so what happens is they flood into the areas where they think there is food and they can find something to eat. Just imagine if this power outage was permanent and it was going to be days or weeks. People would be flooding into this area from San Diego, Oceanside, Vista, all those areas. They'd be coming north. I don't know if they'd be going east out to Phoenix. That's a long drive out through the desert, but they would definitely be trying to come north into LA and upper Orange County, and I think it would overload all the services up this way. So it could be anything, and this was just the result of an employee at a power station northeast of Yuma, Arizona, which is in the southwest corner of Arizona, right by the border. He was changing out a piece of equipment, routine task, nothing complex about it apparently, and something happened. It should have knocked out the power just to the Yuma area, and it ended up taking down the grid from obviously this location in South Orange County all the way down into Mexico. Tijuana is without power, that whole area, and eastward into western Arizona. So, you know, they said 5 million people affected. It's pretty extensive. It's amazing how fragile the power grid is, and it wasn't the result of, you know, overloading the transmission lines for power demand for air conditioning or anything like that. It was just somebody made a mistake, something went wrong, and blackout. So as it is right now, there's lots of helicopters up in the sky. I don't know if those are news helicopters trying to get footage, or police helicopters standing by because you know, people can't drive around here when it rains lightly, let alone turn the power out and all the street lights go out. There are so many people that just flat out don't know the rules of the road. They can barely drive as it is, and then they start running. They'll run right through a light if it's not solid red. They just don't know what to do. They don't know about stopping and giving right away and taking turns. So it's crazy. I've seen it many times, and you know, hopefully they get this fixed. They said by tomorrow afternoon, possibly. They said they got 18,000 homes power restored here in South Orange County, but I'm not sure where, because I'm not seeing it from here. But anyway, yeah, just something a little more to think about, a little more proof about what I was talking about the other day, about should I stay or should I go, and what's it going to be like. You know, it's fairly calm. People are just, you know, a little bit grumpy because they had to drive way up here to find some food. But if it's out for more than a day or two, 3-4 days, what is it, by the third day without power, that's when people really lose it. That's about as far as people can go before they start getting violent. That's I read that somewhere. But anyway, just something to think about. Just show you guys what's going on. Talk to you guys later. SOS out.